Hi guys, how are we all doing? Tornado 922 here, and continuing on immediately, for me at least, doing these questions for you guys. I've no idea how many more we've got to go through, but let's dive straight into it. Okay, so, train spotting TV trailers. Have you been to a line where the trains run 3 or 4 an hour each direction, and would you go to the Harrogate line? 3 or 4 trains an hour. Uh, I probably have done. I can't remember, but would I now actively go to a line that only has 3 or 4 trains 3 or 4 an hour? No, no, I'm afraid not. Would I have gone to Harrogate line? Um, Probably just to travel on, but film on? Yeah, not too sure. Right, Tory Club Card. What do you think of the Class 323 basically getting replaced by plastic? I am not happy because they sound really good. Um, you say the trains get replaced by plastic, but change of the times, my man. The 323s are outdated. Okay, yeah, they sound good. They sound like, old Formula One cars, the way that they accelerate and the traction motor kicks off. But, the newer trains have got to come in. Better seating arrangements, quicker journey times, longer. I'm sure the seating will probably be the same, if not more adequate. Right, Owen Jedi 5000, which main line would you like to live on? Well, I live about half a mile from the West Coast main line in the village that I live in, so huzzah. Okay, good lord. Wolf Skunk Mixes. Do you like the Class 345 and your thoughts on the Elizabeth line being delayed? The 345, yep, no, it looks like a very, very sturdy workhorse. Good looking train. The Elizabeth line being delayed, or Crossrail. They're making a meal of it, I must admit. When you set out to do these projects, you know, within reason, how much it's going to cost. You know how much metal, how much concrete. You know what you're after. When you're building something, like any of us, when we're building something, we have a rough estimate on how much something's going to cost you. You get the best quotes, you put it all together, and you break the price down. You go, okay, right, this will cost me 20 quid, this will cost me 30 quid, okay, I'm now at £50. Let's now give myself £10 either way, just so I'm safe. So it could be 40 or it could be 60. But I've given myself that limit. Crossrail, that's ridiculous. I mean, they want, an extra billion? I'm pretty convinced the bloke that organising this just wakes up in the morning and goes, right, how much have they spent? 3 billion? Ooh, I'm going to push it to 6. I really am convinced that when these people put these notions forward, that they don't actually have a clue what they're doing. Like High Speed 2 is one of them. And everybody knows, the costs for High Speed 2 are gonna go through the roof because they've got their pricing wrong. I don't know why they do it, but they seem to manage to get it wrong every single time. It's gonna go way over budget, and there's no way it's going to open on time. Not a chance it's going to open on time. It's going to be, I'm going to call it 3 years late and a couple of billion over budget. There's no way that they're going to bring it on time and under budget. It just will not happen. Because they're greedy. They want loads of money. And it's daft. It's daft. I kind of got off track there and had a bit of a rant, but there we go. Near full review. Right, why do... I know who this is, by the way. 1. Why do rail spotters / train spotters get slated off and made fun of by thespians of the world? because what we do is niche, it's different, and people don't like different. They feel threatened by different. What is better, a dry web special or a service station just like motorway services? Yeah, can't go wrong with the motorway services. What are your greatest moments as a train spotter? Also, next time I'm with you, food's on me since you got Subway and you got Burger King. Well, to be fair, Subway, can't go wrong. I haven't really got a favourite moment because I answered that in part one of this. I haven't really got a favourite moment because, each time I go out, something good happens. Also, when you get to 10k subs, I want you to sing the Postman Pat theme. I don't quite know why. Why do you want me to sing Postman Pat's theme when I get to 10k? That's a really weird one, but you're a weird kind of guy. Right, Ferry Hill Train Spotter. Are you likely to do any station north of York this year, i.e. Northallerton or Chesterley Street? No. No, I'm afraid not. I'm not going north this year. I don't want to. The amount of COVID cases up in the north of England now, I don't want to go up there. Owen Jedi 5000, when COVID ends, would you do a travel video from Norwich to Lowestoft? I'm kind of wishing I did when the 37s were still running around. Would I do one now on the new 755s? I might do. What I'll probably do is do a journey just on a day off and just see what it's like first and then go from there. Danny, favourite rail operator? I answered this in part one and I can't for the life of me remember what I said. Great Anglia. John Lofthouse, what is your favourite steam locomotive? Duchess of Sutherland. DJK, do you like Greater Anglia's new fleet of 755 and 745s, and do you think it has been a bad idea that there's just one door in each carriage, as this could be a safety risk? In terms of safety, not at all. The Stadler units are synonymous with having a door each per carriage, and they're absolutely perfectly fine. Gangways in between seats, perfectly wide enough, and where the actual doors are for the trains, plenty of space. But do I like them? I love them. Okay. Are Trains UK, do you like the 350 and 360s? Yeah, perfectly acceptable. They do a decent enough job. Can't fault them. Joshua Platt, question 1. If you had to pick out a favourite high-speed train in the UK, what one would it be and why? It would be the HST because of the service they provided and the history that is steeped within them. 2. What location do you want to revisit and why? I kind of revisit all of them. I do add in new stations every now and again, but really I kind of revisit the same places every year, to be fair. So yeah, I don't think there's been any one place that I've been to once where I've gone, well, no, because whenever I go to a place and like it, I end up going back there. So yeah, I know. It doesn't really answer your question, but it kind of does. Right, Delta and Qatar Transport? Good grief. Transport Adventures. What's your favourite station in London? Clapham Junction. Because it's mental! Right, Night Electricity Universe. Hello, the Christopher Nolan of Train Spotters. Oh, there you go. That was Elvis, but there we go. I have a huge range of interests and wider questions for you. Can you please read this in a British RP accent for balance? Well, I can do the questions for you. I talk in a British accent. I can do it. I can throw in an accent, or I can throw in a voice. Tell you what, I'll read this as some sort of aristocrat. Right. Christ, I've got 8 questions to go through here. Get yourself a coffee. Right. I'm going to do this one in a different accent, actually. No. Right. What is funniest train spotting moment? The funniest moment I have seen from you is the turn from the 444 to As it made me belly laugh, enough said. Favourite train spotting moment? Again, I kind of don't have a favourite one because each time I go out filming, something good happens, and nothing's really eclipsed it. I mean, one of the standout ones has got to be when I was in Carlisle a couple of years ago, and the driver of the DRS-37 just opened the taps and just let it rip. What is your favourite bus chassis and design? I'm not a bus individual. I'm not into buses, I'm afraid. Not my thing. 3. What would one of your favourite trains be as a superhero / a real life person? If so, what would be their powers? 4 would be nicknamed Captain Southwest, a hero from Hampshire who is reliable, friendly, but with a sense of authority as well. In brackets, the horns are very loud and calling fans of a more serious vibe than the 450s. She is the Phoenix of the Southwest, complete with fire powers. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't really think. Oh, that's my knee. You didn't hear that, but my knee just went click. I can't say that I've got. My knowledge of superheroes is limited at best, so I can't really say that. I can't do that one. Do you think Michael Bay should do his work on the Pacers? Oh, definitely. I'll help. 4, 5 even. Are you a fan of PewDiePie? I've never watched any of his content. 6. What character do you think each mainline has? My opinions: East Coast mainline mythical and old school, West Coast mainline professional in a good way. The East Coast mainline has got that mystique about it. More so in the northeast of England. The West Coast, it's got the professional feel, but then it's got that art style. It's got the sweet and serene feel. Again, that's going through the Pennines. 7. Which main lines in the UK, as I would imagine Will Smith would say, get jiggly with it? I mean, the ride is bouncy. You have a weird way of putting questions there, Chief. Ride is bouncy. Which mainline? Good lord. Okay, which mainline has the worst ride? Or worst maintained line? Not worst maintained, but worst... I suppose the Great Eastern is quite a bumpy route. Right. Question 8. Which main line has the most epic exit out of London and why? My favourite is the West Coast main line because of Watford. The station links passengers to Harry Potter Studios, the home of the Hornets, and a beautiful town with shopping malls. The station itself is a big deal, and once you've passed the tunnels, you have the satisfying feeling that you made it onto the side, the countryside in brackets. My second is the Midland main line because of the rise from Radlett over the M25, and you have conquered the stresses of London, and you are free as you fly over the farmland. Keep up the good work with your videos, and I wouldn't mind having a shout out to a separate train spotting channel I made called 2000 Trains. You rock. Well, there's your shout out, you cheeky devil. Has the most epic exit out of London? Well, you can't really say High Speed 1 because you're basically underground the entire time. Well, you've got the East Coast because you've got all the various suburban stations and about 1 million depots as you're flying out. Then you go over the M25 into Potter's Bar. I suppose the East Coast has probably is a good contender. Box Break Corner. Why haven't you gone train driving yet? Yeah, good question. Technically, I have been. I have driven a steam engine on the Nairn Valley Railway. That was amazing fun. Oh, Jesus, my back. Right, Jay Hughes. Can you blimey, try mine again. Can you train spotting at Halifax? Don't know. I've never really given it much thought. Doris Acer Arco. I trust I have got that middle name correct. How do you manage to catch numbers on high-speed trains? honestly, it just comes to practice. Loads and loads of practice and just knowing where to look for numbers. As long as you know where the numbers are on the trains, and you've got you don't really need the best eyesight in the world, but you've got some pretty decent pair of goggles going on. You can, and you know where you're looking. You can just focus yourself on a particular area of the train. Say the 390s, for example. You know where you're looking. You just, like I do when I'm filming, I'll be filming like this. This is how I hold the camera normally. But when I'm filming, I won't look into the actual tablet itself. I'll hold the camera and I'll lean back a bit. And whilst I'm filming the camera, say, look, going this way, so the train's coming along, I'll be looking like this behind me every now and again. Wait for the rear car to pass by and then go, right, 390, and sort of real stare at it and then get it from there. So yeah, it's just knowing where to look, and then you're golden. Whoops-a-daisy. Almost dropped it. Marcus Brian, get it right, not Byron, there's an R in there. Brian? I don't know if any of you are going to get that. I really want you to, but I don't know if you will. If you get that, well done. Yes, can you go back to Hull train station, please? Yeah, one day I will. I loved Hull. I've only been once, but I loved it. I will go back there. Mad Train Spotter McRae, can you do Inverness Station? I don't see why not. There's loads of Scottish stations I want to go and do. I want to go into the Scottish Highlands. I really do. I want to go to the Highlands. TR9. Can you go train spotting at Hampton on the South Western Railway? Hampton. I have to give it a... I'll have to do some research and get back to you. Adam P. Trains. Are you going to go Bolsden Station for train spotting? I have no idea what Bolsden is, so I'll have to give that one a little look-see, I think. Terence Caselli. Really enjoying your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you kindly. Kyle Billett. Your reaction at Harlington years back when the screaming HSTs went by. Love it. Own in the middle of Milan. Would love to see you do Harlington again someday. Yeah, Harlington was an amazing station. The VP185 engine HSTs, you can't beat them. MTU power cars, perfectly acceptable, but you're not going to beat the scream of a VP185. It just will not happen. Right, I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation here. Kushik Gosh. Hi Tornado, just want to say you are an amazing train spotter. Thank you very much. I always enjoy watching your videos. You have got me into trains. I'm deeply flattered to hear that. Just a few questions for you. How dare you? Will you come back to Derby at some point in the future? Definitely. Do you like the Class 66s? I do. Which one looks better, the 70s or the 66s, and which one can pull the heaviest load? The 70s... I think the 70s look like they've got a bit more character. So I'd say the 70s look better. The 70s or the 66s can haul more. I think the 70s have got the better pulling power. What is your favourite plane? Probably the 747. What would be your dream car if money was not a problem, and why? Dream car would be the Lexus LFA. I've always liked the LFA since I've first seen it. I would have it in white. It's just a beautiful car. It sounds sublime, and it's just a piece of. It's a beautiful, stunning car to look at. Really is good. Okay, Kyle Streams. I remember when he was filming at Wigan North Western and a Pendolino pulled up, making a sound that was sighing. Same for setting off and then Tornado going, ugh. Did I go, I might have gone, ugh. Also, the new Avanti West Coast Pride livery is coloured and amazing. Check it out. Yes, I've seen it. It's certainly vibrant. JBW456. Will you ever do trains at London Bridge or trains at London Liverpool Street? London Bridge I've always wanted to do. I did try London Liverpool Street a few years ago, but one of the station staff told me no. John Tulloch, how did you become into trains? Was it a childhood thing? Yes. In the 90s, my mum would go to work during the school holidays, and I would go to my grandparents for the day, every day. So I'd go in the morning, stay there all day, come back in the evening. And they lived in Leighton Buzzard, right next to the railway station. So I would see the trains coming back and forth each and every day. So that sort of got me curious. Of course, Thomas the Tank Engine came into it, model railways came in, and it all just took off from there. Right, Ash Bear. Hi, what is your favourite trip by train? I'm going to break that into two. Two favourite trips. One is the East Coast route from Newcastle to Edinburgh Waverley. Second is the West Coast in between Carlisle and Preston. Right, Harley. How did you get Haley out of Harley? I have no idea. Right, Harley Bardot. Can you bring back journey videos next year? I wanted to bring back journey videos this year, but things happened. Right. Can you train spot at low level St Pancras? No. I'm just going to film 700s, so I'm afraid not. When will you now start the South Eastern Mainline series? If all is well, to an extent, next year. Journeys of James. Will you do a travelling series once lockdown is over? As I mentioned just now, hopefully next year. Tom Trainspotter, what's the top 3 funniest comment you've seen on any one of your videos? I can't answer that. I mean, I've got thousands of comments all told, so I can't answer that one, I'm afraid. There's literally too many. I married Siri. Well done for you. Well done. Pretty one-sided conversation, but there we are. Right, do you like tornadoes, or is your surname Tornadoes? Mate, if my surname was Tornado, that would be amazing. But do I like tornadoes? Oh, definitely. I like all 3 of them. The steam engine, the physical tornado that nature causes, and the RAF tornado, long since retired. But yeah, tornadoes. The tornadoes that nature causes are insane. You just don't mess with nature. Right, would you ever do either train station when COVID is gone? I don't know. Michael Russell, can I film my favourite train station? It is Ebbsfleet International. Yes, you can. Do you mean can? Are you referring that in the sense of that I read it as if I'm speaking to myself, as in can I film at Ebbsfleet? Once the Eurostar are back to full operations, yes. But if you're asking if you can go there, crack on. Jacob's Railways. Do you have a favourite moment from the channel before lockdown and during it? And do you have a model railway? Oh, sweet Jesus. No, I haven't got a model railway. I've got a favourite moment from the channel before and after lockdown. I can't say I've got a favourite moment because, as I've said in quite a few of my films, each film offers up something amazing for me, and I feel that is like the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I can't say I've got a favourite moment. BK, what is your favourite class train and why? Nearly couldn't say the word class. My personal favourite is the 321. It was the first EMU that I saw. And that was when Network South East were running around on the West Coast Main Line. First EMU that I saw, and I fell in love with them instantaneously. They have a character to them. Obviously they were built in Britain by Brell in York. They just have a real nice sense of character, and they have a wonderful traction motor. So, yeah, I mean, that's got to be it. Got to be it. Right. The Train Spotter. Have you ever been on a rail tour? No. No, I'd love to go on one, but I haven't been on one. Wilf BM. Has anyone ever been negative towards you when filming? A big congratulations on AK. Thank you very much. Plenty of people have been negative towards me when I've been filming. Station staff have said, what are you doing? I'm standing on a platform holding a tablet with the camera going, much like now, filming the trains going past. I'm reading the newspaper, clearly at this stage of proceedings. I've had passengers who have been on board the trains give me unique hand gestures because they think they're funny. I've had a train driver flip me off. Those of you who know, on the Stourbridge Junction video, the driver of the 139 at some stage did actually flip me off. Alex Train Spotter HD, are you planning to come back down to the southwest and film at different stations you haven't filmed at yet? At some point, probably yes. There are loads of stations around the UK I haven't been to yet. Absolutely loads. Charlie Powell, what is your favourite train? Answered that one already, my dear fellow. Right, Oliver's Games, Trains and Model Railways. How many classes of trains are there and can you name them all, i.e. the 150, the 151 and 152? Can I answer them all? No. Do I know them all? No. I'd like to think my knowledge of the railways is quite extensive, but it doesn't cover every single class of train and every single sub-brand. So, I can't go 350, I can't go 351, 352, 353, 354, then you got 444, well, you get the gist, but to round off a few, you've got 350, 450, 444, 458, 456, 455, 377, 387, 378, 700, 43, 56, 57, 60, 66, 70, 68, the new 69, 150, 158, 156, 170, 143, 142, 220, 221, 91, 90, 180, 222, 86, 87, 89, 91, well, I've done the 91 already, 37, you've got 110s, 118s, 119s, 321s, 320s, 319s, 317s. You've got 395s, 397s, 39Ts, 373, 374. What other ones have they got? You've got 380s, 385s. You've got 334s. You've got 66s. You've got 92s. You've got 101s. You've got 102s. You've got... What else have you got? 08s, 09s. What else is there? You've got 365s, 325s. Have a think. Have a think. Have a long, jolly good old think. Oh, there's loads more. There's absolutely loads more, but just to name off a few. Right. Whoops. Terrific Tales. Can you film one day at Faygate? I'd love to collab if I could. I don't know where Fairgate is, but or Faygate or however you pronounce it, but I don't see why not. Joe Bennett, do you ever film up north? You are always in the south. Like, do you ever go to this, say, Leeds, Huddersfield, Skipton, Harrogate? This year I've been down the south because of COVID. I don't want to travel too far. And, because the north is in a bit of a state, shall we say, at the moment. But I've done loads of stations. I've done Leeds, I've done York, I've done Doncaster, I've done Carlisle, Lancaster, Preston, Wigan North Western, Warrington Mankey, Crewe, Liverpool, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Newcastle. I've done plenty up north, just not this year. I have done a few up north this year before the first lockdown came in. Scott Whittingham, how many stations have you visited? If so, and why? How many stations have you visited? If so, and why? Well, I'm going to disregard the last bit because that's just odd. How many stations have I been to? Too many to count, basically. Aviation Spotter, what is your favourite locomotive? It's a toss-up, you see, because I love so many. But number one spot, in equal number one, in no particular order, 68, 37, 20? Hold on. Have a think. 68, 70. Hold on, no, you've had a moment here. 37, 68, 20, 56. Top four to name a few. We're at 31 minutes already. This is going to be a three-parter. I've lost myself. Right, Jonathan Van Dyke. If you could drive any class of locomotive for the day, what would you drive and why? 37, so I can rev the nuts off the thing and just experience complete raw power. 2, have you ever been through the Channel Tunnel? Or yeah, I've been through the Channel Tunnel countless times. On the Eurostar and on the Le Shuttle. Chris at Railway, will Grand Central Class 180s get replaced? I imagine they will at some point. What they'll be replaced by, I couldn't tell you. Loving Your Transport Fever 2, are you going to have the HST power car as a DVD of the Class 91s? I installed the mod, but I haven't got the mod active on my current series. But I can activate it if I choose to. 4K Bacon. Bacon. How do you decide between driving to a station or taking a train to that station when filming a Transat episode? Well, this year I've kind of wanted to drive everywhere because I wanted to try and limit the amount of travelling by train where possible. But traditionally, sometimes it works out quicker for me to drive somewhere than it would to actually get the train. Well, Cardiff, for instance, is actually quicker if I drive to Cardiff than it would be for me to get the train. Because for me to get the train, I'd have to drive to Milton Keynes, then get a service from Milton Keynes to London Euston, then get the London Underground, walk actually to London. What's the name of this tube station? There's a tube station I have to walk to outside London. It's not the Euston station, it's something else. But yeah, basically walk over there and get the tube over to London Paddington, then wait for the train from London Paddington to Cardiff, and you've got all the stops in between. By the time I've gone down to Birmingham, across to London Paddington, then up over to Cardiff, I'll just drive there. It works out significantly quicker for me. Jacob Walker, favourite trains? Answer that one already, my dear fellow. Johnny Rotten, how far do you plan your trips? Sometimes I'll have a couple of weeks worth of stations in my mind that I want to go to. Other times I'll do a film and say my next station is going to be, I'm actually not too sure. I'll just make something up as I go along, and then on the day in question I'll go here. So sometimes I have a plan in my mind, and other times it's just a bit, off I go. See what happens. Reese Foster, what camera do you use for your videos? I use the Samsung Galaxy tablet. It's a much better quality one than what I used to film this on. Right, which train do you like more? From Sketchy Saturn. The Class 390, the Class 43, the Class 91, the Class 370. Which one do you like more generally? Out of all of those, it'd have to be the 43, really. That would have to be that one. Right, trains with Joshua. I have 3 questions. Do you like the Class 91s? Yes, I do. When will your Midland Mainline series be due to When will your Midland Mainline series be due to COVID? Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you're getting at. Well, I was going to do the Midland Mainline after the South Eastern, so that's now going to be 2 years from now. And can you film at Duffield Railway Station? Maybe. M1CAE1. What classes of trains have you got sentimental / emotional attachments to? E.g. the Class 219 because that was the train that took you to your grandma's house or something like that. Well, if you want to be sentimental about a train, the 321. That's my sentimental train. I'd buy one if I could. I'd buy 4. If I could, I'd buy 4 Class 321s, have them all done in Network South East livery, or I would create my own custom livery and have rail tours on them. I've got ideas. Stepford Pendino 390, what's your favourite train? Oh, excuse me. So, that's heartburn again. That's the 7th one I've had in filming these. Oh dear. Yeah, I've answered that one, I'm afraid, already. Lee Thornton, when filming, what is your favourite train and what's your favourite train station? Favourite train, I've answered that one already, Lee. In terms of favourite train station, wholly dependent on what line I'm on, but I'll stick with Doncaster as my favourite. Right, Chloe Allen, when you buy me the Gucci bag? I don't know. When am I buying you the Gucci bag? Right, Trent Junction. Do you write the numbers down as a record or tick them off in one book of publications, such as a Platform 5 book? Honestly, I don't. I don't necessarily do the numbers for my own benefit. I kind of just give out the numbers for you guys' benefit, really, because you can say, oh yeah, I need this one, I need that one, I need this one. Oh, I've seen that one before, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I don't really, I don't keep the numbers for my own personal use. Oh, God, blimey, there we are. Right, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. Train-related question. You devil. Do you like Pacers, and what is your opinion on them? No, the Pacers are absolutely horrible. They're based off the British Leyland bus. It's a bus chassis on a bogie. The ride quality is atrocious. The noise is unbearable. The safety is absolutely woeful. Non-train related question. Will you ever shave your beard? No! Look at this! No! If I shaved this and that and then had this all trimmed, I look about 10 years old. No. This is staying. This is for life. A beard is not just for Christmas. A beard is for life. Save the beard. Kieran Clark, how's everything doing even during COVID-19? Well, me personally, not too bad. Kieran Clark, how comes the trains were infrequent during COVID-19? I'm going to have to call that one out as a quite daft question, I'm afraid there, Kieran. I'm sure you'll know as well as I. Do Intercity, again this is Kieran Clark, do Intercity 125 have a future for national rail services? Still running strong in the Midland Main Line, and they're working well as Castle sets for Gropestone Railway, and up in Scotland and cross country have still got some running around, so all is well. Kieran Clark again, would you ever go to any stations in central London, like London Blackfriars, City Thameslink, or your favourite being Farringdon? I probably wouldn't go central London stations, really, just because you're not going to see too much there, really, to be honest with you. Which railway company do you prefer, Thameslink or Great Northern? I don't have a preference, really, because they kind of all operate... Well, Thameslink covers a little bit more than Great Northern, but they're both good in their own respective rights. What time is it? Okay. Oof. This is going to be a three-parter, lads. Ahmed fires Ramadan. Let's say all the British railway companies unite into a single standard 922 railways. I like this already. Or whatever you want to call it. What changes to existing services would you make, and what new routes would you introduce? Also, what fleet of trains would you use for the main line, intercity, regional, etc.? You can use any from around the world. Hope you're well and stay safe as always. Thank you, kind of my good man. Well, this would be a good question to end part 2 on. What would I change? I wouldn't change any of the services at the moment. Services are absolutely fine. Let's go on the services pre-COVID-19. So let's say that it's all just a standard timetable at the moment. Absolutely fine, no problem. What would I introduce? I would introduce London Paddington. No, I wouldn't. I tell a lie. I would do London Marylebone to Manchester Piccadilly via Birmingham Snow Hill. I'd bring in another 5 Chiltern Railways silver sets and have them working all day from Manchester to London Marylebone. I would then have loads of international services coming in. So I'd have Eurostar still doing the London to Paris, London to Brussels, London to Amsterdam. I'd then have SNCF doing Bordeaux to London St Pancras, and some of the other major French cities. I then have DB do Berlin, Hamburg, Munich and Cologne to London St Pancras. I then have SBB doing something like Zurich to London St Pancras, and keep it at that for the moment. That's what I would do. What fleet choice is for them? Right, so main line, I wouldn't change anything. Because I kind of answered that in a roundabout kind of way. For SNCF, how about its TGVs? For DB, it would be the ICE ones because they've got character to them because of the original style. Right, okay, part 2 is going to be ended there. Right, part 3 is to follow immediately after this. It's now what? 20 past 1 in the morning, and we've still got a long way to go. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Right, I'll see you in part 3. Take care, guys. Goodbye.